Look, people gonna say whatever they want to say about your success, about what they believe you should be doing. I listen to a lot of prophets. I listen to a lot of people who love God. But sometimes people get make you be afraid of things. So they'll say, don't post this, don't post that, don't do this, don't do that. Because people will, prey on you, whatever. People are gonna always prey on you. Like, they're gonna always have something negative to say. They're gonna always have some doubt to say. They're gonna always be negative. That's life. They're gonna always try to steal what's yours. But the thing about it is, if you believe in a God and you know that he's gonna take care of it, you don't have to live in fear. People have always said, well, this is why your relationship is like this, because you post on Facebook. I don't post my blessings. I don't do that. I don't care what you do. Like, you're talking to somebody that's telling you that I don't care. The reason why I have the certain things that I have is because I put myself out there. If I did not put myself out there, nobody would know who I am. Nobody would know anything. If I don't finish college, or if I don't complete something, it's not the devil. It's not somebody came in and they stole something. It's solely on me to complete it. If God wants me to complete something, I'm going to complete it. Now, there are certain things that you should keep private, of course. Like, why not? But I have shared a lot of things of my life, my marriage. I have shared a little bits and pieces here. My family situation, bits and pieces here. And I don't regret any of that situation. I don't regret it at all, because I connect with a lot of people who go through the same thing. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop something unless you literally try. Like, I don't know what else to do. Like, I have failed so much in my life, fell on my face so much in my life, that I feel like that's just part of the game. Like, I don't look at it as like, oh my gosh, the devil is, wants to take this from me. The devil wants to do this. Like, I'm not that religious. I just feel like, look, you put yourself out there, you put yourself out there. People are going to get opportunities and see that and be inspired by you. That's what it's all about. I had to, you have to get past that, like, oh, people are going to be more successful than me, or people are going to do this or be that. Like, people are just being inspired by you. That's just how it is. That's just the game. And people are going to start doing what you're doing and all of this craziness because they saying, oh, well, this is cool. It's working for you. Let me see if it works for me. And sometimes it does work for them. And sometimes it does not. That's life. Like, I don't live in fear anymore. I don't live about people taking what is mine, because at the end of the day, if you can take it, you can have it. It's not meant for me. Like, nothing that God gives me will be easily taken. Like, he gives it to me to have, and I'm going to fight for it no matter what. If I post that I'm in a writing program, I'm going to post that because I network on social media. Social media is for me to get that networking across, for people to see that, hey, I'm in a writing program. Take me a little bit more seriously. Maybe even pay me to do this. You feel me? It's not simple that I'm trying to throw it in people's face, or that I fear like somebody's going to come in and take it. People have I have fought people my whole life to be here. People told me I couldn't sing. They told me I couldn't write. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't talented enough. And I believed that because they said these things before I could even do it. And now I'm doing it and I'm pushing through, because now I was so afraid to go out and tell people I want to be a screenwriter. I was so afraid to tell people I might want to start acting. I want to sing, because I was so afraid of what they would say. And God got with me, and I prayed to God, and he said, look, you got to put yourself out there. You have got to put yourself out there, because nobody is going to see anybody that's quiet. If you don't tell people who you are, they'll tell you who you are. So there's going to be negative people. There's going to be naysayers. You think that people are going to there have been people that's like, oh, that's cool, I'm going to do it too. That is inspirational. And that brings light to God's heart. Like, I'm not going to ever feel bad about inspiring people. I'm not going to ever feel bad that people figured out how to do something through me. I'm not going to feel bad. And people can always say like, well, I'm going to be more successful. I'm going to be that. No, you're not. Like, if you think that taking from me is going to make you more successful, then all you're going to do is take from people in your career. And that's what it's going to be. And eventually you're going to take from the wrong person, and you're not going to get to where you need to be. Learning from somebody is the benefit. I didn't do this on my own. I didn't learn how to model. I didn't learn how to sing and do all of this on my own. I took lessons. I took courses. I was trained to do this stuff. And I'm going to, mention those people And I'm going to give back to those people because they helped me get to where I need to be. I don't want to see people, beneath me. I'm not saying that I'm going to have my hand open to everybody and that everybody I just want to come into my life. No, that's not what it's about. But I'm going to share myself and I'm going to share what I'm doing because it benefits me in the long run. There are a lot of things I want to do. There are a lot of things that you have no idea that I want to put my hands on. But I'm not going to tell you that because I want to see it get done. I want to see that door open. And these doors have opened. Now I can talk about being a screenwriter. Now I can talk about my scripts because a program has opened for me. And if that program closed, there are many other programs that are out there that will open the door for me. I'm not going to live in fear anymore. I'm not going to be scared of being who I am. There are so many people that will try to make you fear everything. It's like, goodness, the bad news prophets, they always, don't tell nobody you're engaged. Don't tell nobody you're getting married. Don't tell anybody this. But if you've been in a relationship with somebody for 5 + 6 years, it's weird not to post a picture. It's weird not to tell people that you're in love with this person. Like, that's just how it is. Nobody can come in between your relationship unless you let them. That's just what it is. God will fix it and restore it. That's his whole process. He wants you to rely on him. He wants you to go to him through every situation. That's what it's about. And I just get frustrated when sometimes these prophets come along and they try to tell people that you can't do this. This is why you don't see anything because people are doing this and people are doing that and watch your back and all of this. God got my back. So any snake that wants to come up and ruin stuff, anybody that wants to say something, doubt me, throw whatever they want in the comments, you don't win. Like, you're just showing the world who you are. And I'm showing the world that I can overcome all those type of comments and all those type of obstacles. And that's what makes me a true leader. Look, it is hard out here. These opportunities are hard, especially for women of color. So when I post things about going back to school, community colleges, going these different programs, I'm doing this for the betterment of my community, for betterment of Black women that follow me, and for myself. And I don't regret that. I'm not that person that sees somebody else eating or upset and I'm like, okay, they're going to be better than me, or I have to be better than them, because I don't focus on nobody like that. I like, be better than who? What's for me is for me. And what's not is not. There's no need to be scared anymore. There's no need to be afraid of putting yourself out there. For what? People are always criticizing everything I do. Oh, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't say this. Okay, then do it differently. And then and see if it comes out the same way. Like, see if you become successful. Why are you so worried about what I'm doing and how I'm moving? Like, people get beside themselves, like, as if God cannot, like, do all things. Like, no matter what, God will provide and he will protect you from any situation. I used to be so afraid to post anything. I was just like, I'm not going to post this because somebody going to say something. Somebody going to take my opportunity away and blah, blah, this. And because I'm putting myself out there and because people are seeing I'm building my resume on social media, that, oh, I'm going to start taking this girl seriously. That's just how I feel. I was in a season where I had to watch out for the snakes. I had to watch out for the lions and all of that. And the Goliaths and all of that. I was in a season, a few years I had to watch out of that. And I was fearful. I didn't do anything. I didn't sing. I didn't dance. I didn't write. I didn't do anything. I didn't care about school. All of that. Because I was so afraid to put myself out there. And they say, well, you need to wait until it comes into fruition. But it is going to come into fruition. This is my destiny. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So if it may not look this certain way, or if I got an opportunity and it failed, or whatever the case may be, it is what it is. I'm building tough skin. I'm learning along the way. But I'm not going to be like blessings are, everybody's going to get blessings. Everybody's going to get blessed. God doesn't love me more than he loves, love me more than he loves you. blessings are falling right now. God is blessing his people, especially the underdogs. So if you're being blessed and maybe you are comparing your life to me or whatever the case may be, you're like, oh, I got more views than her, or I got more likes than her. Like, don't even think about that, because that's going to be your downfall. Just do what you do. Put yourself out there. You taking an acting course, you taking a singing course, you doing something, put yourself out there and say, this is what I'm doing. So people know who you are. Nobody can take what is for you. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't hold on to something near and dear, because there are a lot of people that will come into your life and tell you can't do it. I know for a fact. I used to tell people all the time, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And they would just doubt me. And for a few years, I didn't do what I wanted to do because I listened to their voices. But that was my fault, listening to what they had to say. It wasn't my fault sharing and networking and trying to get my dreams off the ground. That wasn't the fault. It was the simple fact that I listened to people that had no idea what I was going to do and who I was going to be. God loves you. So you good. People have stole clothes from me. People have kicked me out of their homes. I have my own home now. Men have cheated on me. I'm in a relationship. My clothes have been stolen. I've gotten all my clothes back. I have a wardrobe. I'm modeling. This is what God will do, because he's solely trying to get you to lean on him and not nobody else of your understanding. Anything that I post, I'm like, God, should I post this? Should I share this? And he's like, do this. This is what I'm leading you to. So anything that I fail, anything that I don't do, it's on me. Yes, there have been people who have blocked my blessings. Yes, there have been people who have come into my life and said and told lies about me so I didn't get it. But God has restored every single thing, because the things that he blocked wasn't for me. If that was my blessing, if that was for me, if I was supposed to have that, I would have had it at that time. But I wasn't prepared. I'm prepared now. I've been writing scripts since I was 12 years old. I've been prepared. God was just waiting on me. And I'm telling you, it's the same way. You want to start your hair business, you want to start doing this, put yourself out there. People are going to say whatever they want at whatever stage that you are, but you have to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That's what God is. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. You don't think that once I get to where I need to be in my screenwriting that people aren't going to say, no, I don't want to read this script. No, I don't want her. I don't want this type of idea. Nope. I don't want this love story. Like, you don't think people are going to do that in the future? They are. And I'm going to keep working and keep working and keep working until somebody says yes. But everybody goes through something. Whatever blessing that you get, the bigger the mess, the bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the blessing. I mean, people blame the devil for everything more than they blame God. If the devil is so rampant in your life, maybe you serving the wrong person. Take the opportunities. Be inspired about the opportunities. Go get it, just like I'm getting it. If you want to do it, do it. But I'm telling you, people think that you just, when you do something or they follow you or they do it, like, you think it's so easy to hold this crown. It's not that easy. So don't worry if people are following you. Don't worry if people are copying you, because not everybody can take, for real. Everybody says they want this, they want that, but then when it hits their doorstep, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want it. It's a little too hard. Not everybody is built for it. But if I can inspire somebody to do something different, to think differently, especially Black women, Black people in general, if I can inspire somebody to think differently, to shift their mind, to want to own a business, to say, hey, I saw you do something, I want to do it too, then I'm good. I'm living my best life. I'd rather do that than sit here and be like, don't aspire nothing and hold everybody, hostage to what they want. People say, well, don't post that you're going to school. Post that, you graduated. I'm going to graduate. It may take a long time for me. I may take a class by class, course by course, but I'm going to graduate. Because that's my choice. And that's what God has for me. And there have been many of programs, schools that I wanted to get into that said, no. And they would say, you need this class, you need that. And I said, okay, I'm going to go back. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this class and I'm going to reapply. I'm going to reapply and keep reapplying until that door opens. I'm going to keep knocking until that door opens. Because if I want it, I'm going to keep knocking. And God's telling me, keep knocking. Just because I do something and I fail constantly, that's life. The blessing is getting back up every time, being able to have that strength of getting back up. I don't know anybody in television. I know a few people, but I'm not close to them to a point where I'm like, hey, can you give me opportunity? Can you help me out? So I have to put myself out there. And yes, sometimes it hurts. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes I do things and I'm like, I fall on my face. This didn't happen. I was trying to do this and it didn't get it. It didn't hurt me. I just said, okay, what do I need to do differently? What needs to be done differently so I can get it next time? People always say it's because you posted. People praying on you. I pray just as much. Y'all, I pray hours and hours at night, days. I fast. I do everything I need to do for God. Our relationship is our relationship. We are aligned in some way. I'm not afraid to put myself out there. I'm not afraid to look stupid. I'm not afraid to get embarrassed. I'm not afraid to fail in front of millions and thousands of people. I'm not afraid of that. That's a part of life. Anybody that says they haven't failed, they're lying. They haven't tried anything. They haven't risked anything. You fail. You scrape your face and you get back up. It's like riding a bike. I don't care anymore. Because there are so many things that's in my heart, the things that I want to do that I'm not going to share, that I'm not going to tell people. Just the little things that I post like, oh, I love this house. That's not even the dream house that I want. But I'm just saying, hey, dream big. There may be an opportunity like I was writing on Wattpad and I've been trying to get into the Waddy Awards and I didn't get into the Waddy Awards. People who win the Waddy Awards, they get Netflix deals and everything. I haven't been offered a Netflix deal. I'm not mad about it. When it's time for it to happen, it will happen. Live your life, y'all.